And now, broadcasting live from the Darkroom studio at Craven Community College, it's In the Know.
Hey everybody, welcome back to In the Know. It's your weekly show where we hang out at lunchtime and just talk about some of the things that are going on around our community. Let's go ahead and go to a wide shot because I'm getting weird looks by my co-host.
A weird look from us?
Yeah, so I'm Craig Ramey, and then joining me at the table to my right is...
Hey everybody, Megan Johnson. Welcome. May 25th.
What?
Woohoo!
Oh yeah, so say the date.
It's May 25th.
Yes.
Yes. And to my right...
Happy lunch, everyone. It's Wendy. Nice to be joining you today for lunch.
Happy lunch.
Happy lunch. Happy lunch. I'll throw it to the booth so we can have...
Yeah, let's see who all we got here with us today.
There's Holly and Meredith. Hi, ladies.
Hello. Hi.
Holly switched seats. Everybody notice?
Huh?
Holly switched seats. Yeah, you're doing the...
Driving.
Driving the bus right
she's
now.
She's driven a couple of
I've
times.
been driving.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's been driving. Yeah.
Well, remember, I missed a few.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's true.
So-
yeah, she got her learner's permit a couple months ago. Yeah. Now she's in the seat. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you for keeping us straight, and we are so glad that people are joining us. We are right now. We are live on Facebook as well as.
Well, right now we're just live on Facebook,
Okay.
but we always post the show on YouTube as well. So for anybody who's not able to catch us for the noon show, they can follow us on Facebook or they can subscribe to our YouTube channel and get notifications on when the show is up.
I'm looking at us on the big screen, and we are like all shades of bluish and periwinkle. You see that?
Yes.
Yes, we do.
It's warm, right?
It is warm. You mean warm colors?
Yes.
Oh, I don't
It's
know.
cool colors.
That's a cool color.
See, I'm
color.
colorblind.
Yeah.
But this was established before we started the show that I don't know how colors work.
I was right? Correct.
Yes.
But we did actually coordinate, not intentionally. So it is kind of fun that
Did
happened.
well.
Yeah, so maybe
Yeah.
it's not a light lens thing as much as it is we all just wore the same colors today. And the lightness
Potentially.
behind us, there's a magical blue light back there that
Is
Meredith
it
put back there.
magical? So
Yes.
we're back
Okay.
to like
Magic.
believing in magic.
Believe in
Before
magic.
the show started,
Believe
Megan
in-
says she doesn't believe in magic, and I think we need to discuss this.
Well, I
Yes.
was singing the song, Do You Believe in Magic? That one.
Yeah.
And then you said
And
no.
then- not
Yeah.
really.
And
yeah,
then we said,
it's not a rhetorical
Yeah.
question. It's a no.
No, I don't.
you should. Everybody should believe in a little bit of magic. That's what
I believe in beautiful things happening, but I don't know if it's considered magic.
A little bit of magic.
Okay, I'll let it.
You need
let it
a
go.
little bit of
A
magic.
little bit of magic, a little bit of
Alright.
mystery.
Little rainbows.
yes.
Butterflies.
A little bit.
Unicorns.
Yes, why
Okay,
not?
sounds good to me. All right, I'm on board.
Megan
That
goes
was
to
easy.
magic shows and she just furrows her brow and crosses her arms. When
Okay,
they're
so
doing-
I have to tell you.
this isn't real.
Yeah. This is fake. I'm going home.
Yeah. So I remember I was brought up in grade school, like up on the stage, and they had the guy that was the roaming magician.
You had a roaming magician
A
come to
roaming
your school?
magician came to our
Didn't
grade
have one
school.
at my school. Did you have one at
No.
yours?
What,
Yeah,
was this
no.
somebody that was on staff? And they were just like throughout the day roaming the halls doing magic?
No, it was like an assembly. And so
Okay.
I
Okay,
got called up on the stage to be one of the people to figure out, like which was the big card was going to have the parrot behind it or
They didn't
whatever.
cut you and like.
Do you think I'm going to lay in a box and let somebody cut me, Wendy? No.
It's magic.
Yes.
No. And I knew that last card on the far right was not going to be the right one, but I don't know, it was like this weird peer pressure, and I was like, well, it's that one, and I was wrong, but I knew I was going to be wrong, but I don't know, maybe I didn't want him to fail his stupid magic trick.
So, were you worried about being wrong?
No, I was worried that he would have been called out.
Okay.
Now, I guess if he was really good and on his toes, he could have probably fixed it. I don't really know how magic trick. I mean, I know how some of those work, but can they wing it on the fly? Like,
Yes.
instead of pulling out the rabbit out of this hat, he can pull it out of his pocket? I mean, is that possible?
I think that's level 2 magician school. Yeah, but it's rabbit in the pocket class.
Okay.
Yeah, they teach you how to do it on the fly.
Okay. All right. So would you go to magician school if it was offered to you?
Yeah.
Would you?
Well, I mean,
I can see you
technically
more at
it's
a clown
offered-
class. Can't you see you more in like a clown class? Like clown school? No?
No,
No?
no,
No, I'm not a
Magician
clown.
School.
no,
The tuxedo and the top hat?
no.
I feel like I could wear a tuxedo and a top hat anytime I wanted to. I don't
You
need to be a
could.
magician
You
to
could
do
pull
that.
it off.
Yes,
You
he
could pull it off.
That's the actor in him. That's the performer
I
in
need
him.
a top hat.
You could pull that off.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's not enough opportunities for top hats in today's world.
There's not.
Or there are, and I'm just not invited to them. Maybe that's what it is.
Or, I mean, I wish there was more opportunities to wear crowns and tiaras. Because I'd sport one.
I think you
'Cause
can.
you
You
know
would? Really?
Oh, girl, you know I like sparkle.
Yeah,
Yes,
she
this is
would.
true.
I do.
This is
Sorry,
true.
I'm not messing with
Yeah,
you,
she
I
would.
promise.
This is true.
Yeah. Oh gosh, yeah.
No, not me.
So you know the garland that the metallic garland that's kind of wiry, that like you put on Christmas trees,
trees, yeah.
or
Yeah.
you can put down for centerpieces.
Yeah.
So when they came out and it was gold and it was multicolored stars, so I can remember again. I was a weird kid, but we know that it's not much has changed.
He doesn't believe in magic.
Maybe I did, and I don't know. I created my own little halo, and I wore it, and I swear it makes you feel more special. No,
No.
you would just feel weird,
Yeah.
awkward.
Yep.
I'm
Yeah.
not.
Yep.
I could sport it.
We'll just do it. I mean,
I
some
can do
people
it.
do.
Okay, can I show up next week wearing my crown?
Please.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't stop you.
Okay.
Please.
And if you had the crown, I'd have to do whatever you said, I guess. It's kind of- which is probably
Don't
why
you-
you would do it
don't
anyway,
you do-
to be in charge.
You kind of do everything I ask you to do anyway.
Do I?
I mean, you're pretty compliant.
Yeah. How did I get here anyway?
I twisted your arm.
Yes, that's right.
Yes. All
So
right.
you said today is May 25th.
Today is May
right?
25th.
That probably means something, right?
It does. In
Okay.
fact, there's a lot of stuff going on today, May 25th. Now, we're winding down to the month. So, do we want to talk a little bit about, before I go into what's going on now, what we had a very successful 2 weeks ago?
Oh, was it a secret?
No.
Graduation?
Graduation.
Yeah.
Whoop. It was awesome. I know that there's some footage on our webpage and amazing pictures.
Yep,
and,
lots of photos.
Lots of pictures. Yes.
So I think that was fantastic. We've also, and I want to do this before I forget, because you were awesome about getting all the information out about graduation, because there was that pending storm, and how we all stay connected was with our Rave Alert. So I encourage folks, even workforce development folks, because it's not something that's encouraged to do, to get signed up, like when they register.
Yeah.
So I always go to the class very first day and make everybody pull out their phone and register. So the other day I was in there and I walked into a Lean Six Sigma Greenbelt class and I said, hey, I just want to make sure everybody's on Rave, and they got it. And two of them said, yeah, we heard graduation at 6:28 was still on at 8 o'clock. So I was like, good, it's working.
Yes. And that's what's supposed to be. Yeah.
It is.
So for anybody who might be watching and they don't know what Rave is, that's our communication text email system to let everybody know if there's an emergency or we've got to change something or
Yes.
something happens at last minute. And graduation is an event that impacts a lot of people.
It
And,
does.
and you've got family coming from out of town and everybody wants to know what's going to happen.
Correct.
So
And we've got students that don't just live in Craven County; they come
That's
from
right.
other counties. So this is
Yeah.
a great way to keep folks in touch. And
Yeah.
and as we continue to go through this kind of, I think they talked about hurricane season this morning on the news.
Oh, already?
Yeah, so we're looking like a more active season than
Probably, because we've
Then-
had a pretty calm one.
yeah.
last year we did.
Yeah.
So
Well,
we're
if
looking.
you're not going to believe in magic, I'm not going to believe in highly active hurricane seasons.
I think that's
Love it.
fair enough.
Yeah.
'Cause
Love
trust
it.
me,
Yes.
I don't want to either.
Yeah. But graduation was great. It's always one of my favorite events of the year because you get to see so many students reach that goal that they've
Yep.
been working toward
Yep.
for, 2 years, 3 years longer. And the rain was really heavy at 3 o'clock in the morning, and then it kind of tapered off. And then
Magically.
magic. Oh, yes.
Magically, it.
Yeah.
I'm feeling
What's
beat up on
gone?
this
Yes,
one.
magically
We're
the
not gonna
rain
let,
was
not
gone.
gonna let it go.
Were there some
Yeah.
rainbows?
Not gonna let it go.
There were some
Were
rainbows.
there some rainbows? There were a lot of rainbows recently, actually.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so it was a really great event. It was the first time that we handled the live stream of it in house, and Meredith did a lot of the work on that, and it turned out really great. A lot of people were able to watch it who were not able to come here, and so it's definitely something we'll be continuing to do each year.
Yep. Sounds great.
But yeah, it was really great, and
And it's easy to do. You go to our webpage, up in the search engine, type in Rave, and then it says get Rave account, and then you just kind of walk through it. There's one place at the end, like, again, because workforce development students don't necessarily know that they have a login information, so just hit register, and then you can follow the prompts from there. So instead.
Okay.
You got two options. I mean, I know you know that because you created it, but so
Yes.
So anyway, just sharing that.
We'll send out a rave alert on how to rave alert.
There you go.
And
No,
then we'll have
they
a rave.
wouldn't get it.
Did you go
then.
to the rave? That was after graduation?
I did not.
You must have not gotten the rave
I
alert.
did get a rave alert. You're
was
showing
terrible.
your
Shut
age.
me up.
You're showing your age.
All right, move it on.
Okay, speaking of showing your age, those that are 21 and older can celebrate today's National Wine Day.
Oh.
So for all of those wine lovers that want to go pour a glass of your favorite, I know, well, y'all know that I like wine. I mean, you're not,
I drink wine.
you do drink wine.
Can we get a drink responsibly banner across the bottom of what Megan's
Please
about to say?
drink responsibly.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. I'm not saying anything bad.
I know. I'm just
You know me, I drink a glass and a half and I'm out.
Yes.
I mean, I'm like, no.
out the door, socialize.
No,
talking to the people.
out.
Night, night.
Night, night.
Yeah, I got
Bye-bye.
you. I got you.
Yes.
So National Wine Day.
National Wine Day. So whether you like red or white, maybe you can cheer somebody today by clinking your glass and celebrate something, maybe graduation or kids are about to go into finals. I know a lot of students elsewhere, like I know my nieces are out of school today. There's their last day of school. So
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
yeah,
It's that time of year.
it is that time of year. So what's your favorite? Do you have a favorite wine?
Yeah, I mean, between reds and whites, it's typically red.
Mm-hmm.
Pinot Noir is the one that I'll go for the most. But names, I'm not sophisticated enough to have a name that I specifically go to. Just
Gotcha.
type.
You mean a brand?
Yeah,
Like,
brand.
okay,
Yes,
gotcha.
yeah, a brand.
I try
Okay.
to change it up. Like, I'll try this one today. Oh, this one. So, yep.
Good.
How about you, Megan? What you got?
What do I like?
Yeah.
Red.
Oh,
White.
I'm a red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do enjoy the red better. I like heavy, complex, oaky tannins, the heavy tannins. I like that. It's not something it was an acquired taste. So for those that may not know that process, so the grapes or other fruits, they are fermented. And if you're not familiar with that fermentation process, the yeast consume the sugars, and then the grapes are converted into alcohol. So that's kind of the basic run-of-the-mill. I did call Jeff Schultz over at the Vault, who does their beer making class.
Yeah.
I'm like,
We don't do a wine class, do we?
yeah, I thought he was working on it, but he said not right now.
Okay.
So, but anyway, so wines that are made from fruit or honey are also named according to the variety of fruit used. So, like when
Honey
you
wine?
said, so when you said Pinot
Haven't
Noir,
had honey.
Me
that's a
neither.
Pinot Noir grape.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make
Muscadine
sense?
Yes.
is a
Yeah.
muscadine grape.
Muscadine grape.
Yeah.
Yep. It's so go down here. So it's, however, it's not the color of the grape that gives the wine its color. It's the tannins of the grape that give the color. The red wine also that flavors. White wines are generally sweeter than red, and are best served
Chilled.
chilled. Yeah. Most red wines are served at room temperature. However, sweet red wines like
Port,
Like a blend.
right? When you count port
Yeah.
as a sweet
well,
red
you
wine?
can get port that's not sweet, but yeah.
There's lots of red blends.
Rosés
Yeah.
and things like that. You want to put them their best chilled. So now, this is something we do not want to do with our wine. Today is also Brown Baguette Day. So do not.
Is it a
do not-
coincidence that they're both on the same day?
I think there's a couple coincidences today. So
I think
I'm gonna
somebody
get to
got
that.
in trouble for drinking their wine at work, and so they just brown bagged it.
So, the word brown bagging, I think, has converted to us like bringing our little lunch boxes, right?
Right.
So, I've got one. I was going to bring it on as a prop, but it's not very pretty because it's kind of been through the ringer. I think it went through both of my girls through like middle school. And so now I use it. But when you were in school, did you go to school with a lunch bag, like a brown bag?
Sometimes.
With no cooler in
Wait,
it? No.
No,
Let me-
I had
let
a
me think about this.
lunchbox
Hold
with a
on.
cooler.
Hold on.
You fancy.
Yeah, I had a
Yes.
lunchbox. I don't recall actually
had a lunchbox
taking
too.
I had a lunchbox with a thermos.
Yes. Did
like-
you have multiple ones? Did you get like a new one each year that was based on your favorite TV show?
Yes.
Or
But I
cartoon.
I'm trying to think which one it was. It had to have been probably a Snoopy one.
You had Snoopy?
I-
If you still had it, that'd be worth some money.
Yeah, I was a Snoopy kid.
Were they metal or were they the squishy ones? That when they got wet, they got stinky?
They were plastic. They were plastic.
Yeah, plastic
ones.
lunchboxes.
Oh, I didn't have
not
plastic.
bags. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine was metal. Yeah, metal Star Wars lunchbox. Yeah, I used that for a while.
Best.
Yes.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had strawberry shortcake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I had
Strawberry
that
shortcake.
too.
No. Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, whatever floats
No,
your
my
boat.
sister, I believe, did have the strawberry shortcake lunchbox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
yeah.
cool.
Lunchboxes aren't really as fun anymore. Or maybe.
Yeah.
So
maybe
what
I
do you
just
think
haven't
are
bought
some
'em.
of the benefits of brown bagging it?
Depends on what's in the bag.
Well, tend to, if you're brown bagging it from home, you tend to be more cost effective,
Right.
right?
Yeah, so you
Like,
save money.
yeah.
You'll probably eat a little bit healthier.
Correct.
Probably eat less.
Correct.
Yeah.
Although sometimes I don't
Portion
always
control,
eat less. Yeah.
because you can only fit so much into it,
Into a
right?
bag. Yeah.
I guess unless you like brought the big Yeti or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, the real big
Sometimes
one.
I do find myself in a little bit of a panic when I'm packing my lunch in the morning. Like I'm not going to bring enough because I'm going to be trapped at work and I can't get away.
Yes.
So then I'll pack way too much, and then by 3 o'clock I want to take a nap because of eating like a bear about to hibernate, and I just want
Right.
to crash.
If I bring my lunch, I'll eat earlier because it's sitting there waiting for me.
Yeah, it knows. Yeah.
I eat little bits. Like, so when I got to work around 10:30, I had my light yogurt and I dumped them into blueberries. And then on the car ride here, I had a cheese stick. You know, so I kind of like
Nibble.
nibble.
Snack.
But
Okay.
it helps with portion control. And then
Right.
my actual heat up lunch is small, but it's sitting on ice back in Havelock.
Wait, I just need to make sure I've got this mental picture correct. When you say cheese stick, do you mean like
A string cheese.
string cheese? Okay. That's
Yeah.
what. Okay, just making sure. I just visualized
you-
you was like, a fried mozzarella stick with marinara, just like going down the
Yes.
road, just like.
I mean, that would be yummy, but no. And
That's
nor
what I
is it
imagine.
health. It's not the healthy portion. So, also, it's better for the environment. So whether it is your Scooby-Doo metal lunchbox or Star Wars, or you actually are using a brown bag and stick it in the refrigerator once you get here, it is better for the environment because they are
Reusable,
and
recyclable.
biodegradable.
Biodegradable.
Good
Oh.
job, Holly. Thank you.
Holly came in with biodegradable.
Yep.
Nice job.
Good job, Holly. Good job.
And then also, when you go to the grocery store, I know Harris Teeter will ask you, is
Brown or paper or plastic?
paper or plastic?
Okay.
Yep. So paper are sturdier than plastic. That's why you end up having to double, like if they put cans or wine
I'm going
bottles.
to debate that.
Yeah.
I'm going to debate that because
Okay.
the paper bags, the handles always break for me.
Oh.
So you might be overloading them. So a couple things on that. Number one, my first job was bagging groceries at Winn-Dixie, so I take this very seriously.
Right.
That just makes me so happy and nostalgic when you say bagging, being a bagger at a Winn-Dixie.
Yeah.
Right.
Are they
love-
even around anymore? Probably
I don't
not.
think
Yeah.
so. But
Yeah.
that was our grocery store growing up, was a Winn-Dixie at the corner.
Yeah, but you can't overload it if you're going to use the paper bag.
Right.
I use the paper bags as well, but if you get more than a third full at the bottom, then you're going to want to not use the handle and you're going to want to grab
Yeah.
it. Yeah, if you got
But-
cans and bottles in there especially.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I don't remember until fancy grocery stores like
handles.
Harris Teeter, they didn't have handles.
they didn't. They
you
didn't.
just
Yeah.
had to pick it up from the bottom anyway.
Yeah, but they do have handles
Or you
now.
folded it and
Yeah.
you just kind of grabbed it and grab and go.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
anyway, so brown bagging. All right, what are some of the other things? Paper bags present less of a suffocation risk for young children and animals. So they also, because they biodegrade, we're also not going to hurt like the fish and the dolphins when they
Right.
dump it in the ocean. Unfortunately, paper bags also have a few not so great benefits. They
Here
are
we go.
not.
You're going to take the magic out of this
They
now.
are
I
not
can already see.
waterproof. They are more expensive than
True.
plastic bags for the consumer and for the retailer. I was trying to get that word out. Oh, where did I go? Oh, there's a thrift store in town that if you bring your own bag, you get 5% off
Nice.
on Fridays, I think.
Yeah.
If you
I
come.
think there's a grocery store that does that too.
Or you
right?
can just walk out with, Aldi
Right?
does that,
yeah.
right?
Aldi
Yeah.
will charge you for bags.
Charge you
Right.
for bags. But
Yeah.
this place
Not
gives you a discount.
Give you discount.
Yeah, this one gives
Right.
you a discount. And they do take up more storage space and are often heavier.
So I've got a viewer poll question. If anybody
Okay.
anybody who's watching, what's your favorite lunch to brown bag it?
I like leftovers.
Yeah, you want to bring the leftovers.
In fact, I will.
So it doesn't matter what
portion-
kind of leftovers, just jam them in there. Marinara
No,
stick.
whatever was, whatever was. I portion it even before the meal goes out.
Okay.
So I have that.
All right.
So
So you make your lunch.
while I'm serving dinner,
Yeah,
Oh.
I'll do
And I-
that while I'm cleaning up dinner. I'll go ahead and get
Yeah.
out the Tupperware.
the Tupperware.
and-
Yeah.
Well, I'm cleaning up, I do, but not before we eat.
Well,
Yeah.
give or take, but
Yeah.
I mean, if somebody else wants it, of course, I'm going to give it to somebody, the hungry
Right.
family.
Holly,
person.
what's the best way to brown bag it? Oh, Holly
What do you-
says.
Holly, you're a yogurt person, and you do healthy
She's put
stuff.
that label
like,
on you now.
You
You're,
do like
you're a
healthy
yogurt
carrot
person.
sticks and things like that.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen you eating
Sometimes.
healthy.
Yeah.
So
I think if I was actually putting a lunch in a brown bag, I would feel like my only option is a peanut butter and jelly sandwich
Yes.
and an apple.
Yes.
Yeah.
And chips.
That's
because
it.
it doesn't go bad.
Well, and because it seems like that's the rule.
Right. It's what you do.
Yeah, if you're having
Yeah.
a brown bag lunch, you got to have that
right.
lunch.
Yeah.
All right. The last time I think I had a brown
Or high
bag with a
C.
peanut butter
Yeah.
and jelly and
Yeah.
an apple and a bag of chips was probably field day in 7th grade.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. The only times I ever
Yeah.
really had a brown bag lunch in the brown bag was like going off to camp or like a field trip or something along those
I
lines.
remember when the last
So
time was.
there was a school teacher back in 1852, Mr. Francis Wool, who invented the machine that first mass-produced paper bags. So thank you, Mr. Wool, for doing that for us.
Well, I'll tell you what paper bags are also good for, and I did this. You guys may not have, but they were used to cover your textbooks.
yes.
Yes.
So it was like the thing. Like you get a paper bag and you cover it up, and then you get to draw and you get to write, and so that was always the thing too. Is paper bags help protect your textbooks.
But nobody's doing that anymore, are
don't
they?
think so.
I don't
Well, they
recall
have,
ever seeing
you
that.
can buy the
Fancy
protective covers
covers,
now.
yeah.
But I remember doing that, and we actually would have a tutorial
Yeah.
to show you how to fold the corners and where to tape it and all that kind of stuff. Yep.
But now that I think about it, kids don't really have a lot of textbooks.
Textbooks.
Yeah, so there's
Yeah.
no need to cover it. They can put a paper bag around their iPad, I guess.
Right.
Which is not as cool. Yeah, don't do that.
Don't-
That-
Well,
I need a disclaimer. Do not protect your iPad with a paper
With a
bag.
paper bag.
and the other thing I remember doing with paper bag lunch bags is making puppets.
Yes.
Do you remember the
Yes,
puppets?
yes.
Yep. You put your hand in there and puppet. And then the other thing was also for Valentine's Day, you would decorate your paper bag,
Yep.
and that became your Valentine bucket.
Yes.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
and
we
then
did.
shoe boxes, I guess, were later. But
Yeah, we did some things like that. And I remember specifically in elementary school, we would all draw a picture of ourselves, and then the teacher would laminate it, because in elementary school, everything gets laminated, right? And then they would stick it on a paper bag, and every week, one of the students would have their picture and their paper bag up on the wall, and students would write things on a piece of paper and drop it into the bag, so at the end of the week, the student could pull the bag down and read all the nice things about them.
We should do that now.
we should
Yeah.
do that.
Yes. Fill folks' buckets.
Yeah,
Fill your bucket.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Maybe we should implement that here.
Brown
in
bag it
college.
day. Put in nice
Love it.
things.
Brown bag it.
We should
Yeah.
go back to
So-
Valentine's. You know, everybody has a Valentine bag on their desk, and people just walk by and drop a Valentine's in.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
So you were asking me about things that are maybe not coincidental, that they're all kind of coming together.
Yeah, it's
So-
all coming together.
So today is also International Plastic Free Day.
I
So
love it.
that to me, is reusing, including bottles, take out food containers, utensils, bags, wrappers. So I do believe that this was definitely something that this is the first time it's launched. This is the very first time they've had International Plastic Free Day. There's over 380 million tons of plastic produced every year. Half of all plastic produced is single use.
Yeah.
Meaning it's thrown away just once after one use. Since only 9% of all plastic gets recycled, most of it ends up littering our communities, filling our landfills, and polluting our oceans.
Yep.
So back to the expensive, heavy-duty paper bags. Please today, if you can go and celebrate International Plastic Free Day, we would like to employ you to
I
do
really
that.
try. It is impossible, almost impossible, to have a completely plastic-free day, and definitely a plastic-free life. But yeah,
Well,
it's about making
you've
choices.
had this bottle for years.
Yes, and that's part of why I do it. I would rather just know where mine is and be
Hold
able
it
to-
up so we know what we're talking about.
Oh yeah, this is my water bottle.
And
that-
you've got all the fun stickers on it and
Yeah.
places to go and
so,
people you like.
Yeah, it's easy to know that it's mine. It's hard to take it.
Now, I'm not a big straw user, so I don't do the reusable straws, but my girls do. So I've got
Oh, the
plastic
metal
ones
ones?
and metal ones and ones that fit into Starbucks reusable cups and all that kind of stuff. So we've got a lot of that at the house. I do, yes, you can see I've got my Dasani's bottle, but I will reuse this and bring it back to work. So we have reverse osmosis at the house, filtered water.
Yeah.
So I will fill it back up, and I bring
Reuse
3 a
it.
day in my bag, and I will use it. And I always know it's mine because it has my
Lipstick.
lipstick on it. Can you see the pink?
No, it's blue.
It's there. I promise you, it's pink. So, but I do, and and then I'll go, okay, that one's looking grungy, or it's falling apart, or
Right.
So I will keep doing that. So,
All right. So yeah, everybody go plastic-free as much as you can today.
Plastic-free.
Right?
That's hard.
Yes. And also storage containers. Like when you're let's go back to brown bagging it. I use those little reusable Rubbermaids and Tupperware and, whatever else you can put on. And my husband would get upset. He's like, all this plastic junk is taking up so much space, blah, blah, blah. Well, and I'm like, 4 of us use it every single day, so I'm trying to do my part. And it's cheaper in the long run. You buy it once, you use it for several years. And
Right.
So anyway.
Like the butter container growing up.
Yes. That's
you
what you put your leftovers in.
You had to open it like this. Like, oh, it is butter. No, that's not butter. And try again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I'm not to take everybody down, but do want to acknowledge yesterday's tragedy in Texas because today is also National Missing Children's Day. So I know that before I went to bed, the count was at 15. There were parents that still couldn't find some of their children. Sadly, they did. The count went up for the children shot, I think up to 19. It may have changed. I haven't seen the news. And 2 adults. So, again, not to bring it down, but I think it's important that we have children of all ages, even at this table and in the booth. And there's some great ways you can go on that website, National Day of, and there's a ton of bullets of how to keep your children safe. And it's kind of fun. I was thinking back when my kids were a little bit younger and you were worried about them because they were quick and they like to hide and
yes,
and and how do you did I remember what clothes they were wearing when they got out of the car this morning, that kind of stuff. So anyway, do that. I know that things will continue.
Yeah.
Now,
and it's unfortunate, of course, that things like this happen. It's just awful. It's horrific. And it's also sad that we have to prepare for those types of things at educational institutions, but we
have to.
We do. And Craven Community College does prepare for these things as much as you can, and with the hopes that we never have to actually deal with the reality of it. So I know that safety is a concern for our students and for the parents of our students, and I hope that's something we never have to deal with, but we certainly do everything we can to prepare for it.
Yeah. Yep. And any of our students that are 22 or less don't know a life without a lockdown or a drill.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Craven County Schools had a lockdown drill either this week or last. It was recent.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, on a positive note, let's go back and talk about Holly being healthy. But I'm not going to say, because today is also National Senior Health and Fitness Day. Holly is not a senior at all, but we can't start early enough, right? Being healthy.
That's right.
And right now in the month of May, on Wednesdays, there's approximately 100,000 senior adults that will participate in activities across the United States for this national observance.
Today?
Now, today.
All right, you got a list of some of those activities that the seniors are doing today?
Well, different locations. So if you are interested in staying active, or maybe you're approaching senior age and you want to be able to continue to move and all that kind of stuff and be healthy, check out your local health clubs, area agencies for aging, local houses of worship. The hospital will also do educational stuff, Parks and Rec, retirement communities, senior centers, maybe even if you've got a neighborhood clubhouse, and that kind of stuff. So I know that you're a regular exercise person, right?
I am a regular exercise person. I'm also an irregular exercise person. I'm just a weird person. Yes, I exercise.
Sorry, that was kind of a weird one. Yeah, I'm sorry. That was
it's okay.
A bad setup.
Yes.
But you're a runner.
I am.
And do you like running because you like running, or do you like running because it knocks out that I've got to go exercise and I'm done?
It's both and
Okay.
more. Yeah, I mean, part of it is I want to remain active because I know part of growing older in a healthy way is about being active and having a body that's fit and able to kind of carry you along as you can. I'm also beating myself up by running. I'm aware of that too.
Your back, your knees,
Yeah,
your
for
ankles.
sure. Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, and it's very much a mental health thing where I can just kind of check out from everything else from the day, or have arguments in my head about all the things that went wrong, so that by the time I get home, all those arguments are off my plate, and and I can focus on my family and what's more important.
Very good. Well,
So, yeah.
as we age, we should probably start modifying some of them and make some limitations. So you
Don't
might
limit me.
but you might want to go something more like yoga, walking, swimming, things like that. It's just to kind of help. And one of the things as we do grow older, and I think even now, I mean, I don't have any problem saying I'm 51. So one of the things I may not believe in magic, but you know what I have a big fear of?
What's that?
I have a fear of falling. I don't have a
Okay.
fear of heights. I have a fear of
Well,
falling.
you've had a pretty big fall recently.
I've had,
so
yes, I have. When the dog knocked me out.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that?
I don't know if I did.
I don't know if you were here. Yeah, that was a whole thing.
Okay.
Sophie is very food driven, and she thought I had a tray full of food, cookie sheet, and she came out and took out my left leg, and I was in mid-sentence talking to Michaela, and all of a sudden, whoop, I just disappeared to the floor.
Yeah.
And I didn't like crumble. I took a face plant. I mean, a hardcore face plant, shook the house.
Okay.
Kind of, the dog went screaming, the tray went flying. It was nuts. Hurt my foot. Anyway, Gary comes in and he's trying not to laugh. And he's like, can I get you up off the floor? And I'm like, don't touch me. I think my foot's broken.
So did it knock you out?
I didn't pass out.
Okay.
But I got so shook up again because I think I was more fearful of falling and getting hurt than I actually was the pain of being hurt. And I did. I mean, I busted my foot and it got all bruised. It was yucky. But anyway, but what it does help, number one, get a dog that's better trained than mine. But it does help you reduce your risk of falls. If you are stronger, your core, your balance, if you exercise in a have a regular routine. Spit those words out, Megan.
Basis.
It maintains your strength. It gives you better healthy joints and muscles. Helps reduce and control your blood pressure. It reduces your risk of colon cancer and diabetes. It also could ease symptoms of anxiety. It gives you companionship in the community. But you're a isolated runner. You like run by yourself. I've never seen you running with anybody else.
That is true. I'm an isolated runner. I will participate in things like Bridge Run, other organized running events.
Okay.
But I don't
Community
like
events.
running with other people.
Gotcha.
No, that's my time and my thing.
I don't either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it does say it reduces or prevents arthritis, joint swelling, and pain. I have to disagree.
I disagree too.
Because if I exercise too much, my knee doesn't like to bend.
Yeah.
As of course my daughter says, isn't it its sole purpose? Yes, it is its sole purpose, but then it just stops.
Yeah.
So we've had a busy May 25th, lots of stuff going on.
There are a lot of
We are
things,
going
yeah.
to continue talking about other stuff that's happening in the community here on campus and some other fun stuff, but we have a guest.
We do. So yeah, later in the show we're going to do a little bit of a
Community
community
spotlight.
events, things that are going on around. And one of those things we're going to talk about in just a minute with our guest today. So joining us at the other end of the table is we have Shauna Bierly. Did I say it correctly?
That is correct.
Yay. Awesome. So welcome. So glad to see you here on the show today. So Shauna works here at the college in our music department, but also has an event that's happening tomorrow on campus. So we want to make sure we talk about that a little bit and let everybody know what's going on with that. So first of all, welcome.
Thank
Hi,
you.
Shauna.
Yeah.
Hi. Hello. Thanks for
I've
having
seen
me.
your name, but I haven't met you, so I'm so glad you did this and came on for us.
Thanks
it's
for
awesome.
having me.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So tomorrow you have a chamber concert that you're doing. And is this the first time that you've done a concert here at the campus?
No, I actually did one last semester in
Okay.
November. I did a solo recital, but this is the first chamber recital we're doing.
Okay.
So
Very cool. So the name of it is An Evening with Friends. Is that what it is? Or
it's an evening of chamber music, Shauna, Bierly, and friends.
okay, there we go. Yeah.
Yes.
That's much better. You know the name better than I do. Yeah. So for folks who may not have heard of it, let's explain to them what this is, what kind of music they expect to hear, some of the people that are going to be joining you.
Absolutely. So it's a classical music concert featuring myself playing with 4 other instrumentalists. So there's a cellist, there's a violist, a vocalist, Megan, who actually works here as well, and then another pianist. So you might be wondering, how will there be 2 pianists? We'll be doing 4 hands on 1 piano.
Oh, is that right? Very cool.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Yeah. So the concert's about an hour long, starts at 7, and it's a really nice variety of music. So we have, like I said, some vocal music, and then some string music, and we have music from Russian composer, Ukrainian composer, French, German. So you'll hear some things that maybe are more familiar, like Schumann and Brahms, and then some that are a little less familiar, Lysenko, Glinka. So we're really excited.
Megan, you recognize some of those names, I'm sure.
I did.
You're much more versed in
music.
in classical music.
I
than-
did.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. But you said solo, so you're a pianist.
I am a pianist.
Tell
yes.
us a little bit about your background.
Okay. So I started playing when I was 7. I really fell in love with piano when I was in high school, and kind of went on and got my undergrad and my master's degree.
Where? From where?
Undergrad at Duke,
Okay.
and my master's degree at UNC School of the Arts.
She's smart. I'm just saying, she's smart.
Yeah.
I've not heard her play, but she's smart.
Oh, thank you. So it's been a really fun journey. It's been a lot of work, but totally, totally worth it. And I've been lucky to have really great instructors, especially at my last school, who just like really helped me to take music to the next level. So super grateful for that.
So how long have you been at Craven playing?
Gosh, I've been at Craven for almost 2 years.
Awesome.
Yeah, kind of came here during COVID, and
Oh, that must have been strange.
yeah, I was sort of sent home during my master's degree, and so my parents I'm from Swansboro, and I ended up finding the position at Craven, and it's worked out really well. So it's been a lot of fun. At Craven I work with vocal students, so accompanying class voice and applied voice lessons, so private lessons, and then the students will have juries and they'll have recitals. So we've had a couple community events with those.
So, like, do you work with Encore sometimes as well? Or
I've
or
worked
no?
with Encore a few times when the students have had soloists, but there's another pianist that does
Okay.
the majority of the work with
Okay.
Encore. Yeah.
That's
So-
exciting. I love it. I mean, you know me. I love the fact that there's good music still being done and an option. So tell us about, is it a ticketed event?
No, it's free, open to the public.
And it's at Oringer
It's at Oringer Hall. Yeah.
on what day?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
At 7
Yep.
p.m. So Thursday, May 26th at 7 p.m., Oringer Hall. Limited seating because we have 265 chairs.
Is that right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
Yeah.
we're hoping to fill every single
So-
one. So
I might be 10 off or so, but
Yeah.
yeah. So that would be fantastic. Yeah, no, we have to get that word out, most definitely. And I think, Holly, are you able to, do we have like a little flyer or a link or something we can put up?
We do.
Oh, look at that.
We're
It's almost magical.
It is almost magical. Actually, she's so skill set. We don't have to worry about it. She's
There it
awesome.
is.
Yeah,
There
there
it
we go.
is.
Yeah.
Woohoo.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, those
Very
are the
good.
details. Yeah.
there it is.
And remind me again, the folks that are going to be joining you.
Your friends.
Yeah,
She's
your
got
friends. Yeah,
She's got friends.
I don't have friends.
See, unlike exercising alone, she likes to play music
That's right.
with friends.
Yeah. Well, music. I mean, in my experience, it's more fun to play with other people.
Correct.
Yeah, I don't like.
Well,
playing
it depends on the people, and I've been
it depends
very,
on the
very
style of
lucky.
music.
yeah.
It's a great group. They're all just so wonderful to work with, and just like genuinely really nice people and good
Good.
musicians. So
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, this isn't a complete stereotype, but a lot of times it's very, and Meredith and I have had this conversation, finding musicians that don't have super strong egos. She told me I did. I said, no, I don't. But it is. You know what I'm talking about, Shauna? I mean, some people come in and like they are the absolute gift. They're magical and they do no wrong. And it's sometimes it's not as fun to work with somebody like that, right? Am I wrong?
no, I would 100% agree.
Absolutely. And it's not, and especially when you have students that are in training that also kind of put off that persona and you kind of knock them down a notch or two, you're like,
Oh.
you know, so,
Yeah.
I mean, I think everybody should be just as open and genuine of everybody's skill set and talent. That's all. That was
I agree with you, and that makes for a much more inviting environment. But I think at the same time, when you've got a room full of people that are really good at what they do, there's not anything wrong with a little bit of competition, everybody pushing each other up a little bit, too.
Confidence is awesome.
Yeah.
Yes. Confidence is awesome. Peer support is fantastic.
Yeah. So
Cockiness is not not an option.
well, definitely we have a great group with the members that are going to be joining me, and it's been a lot of fun. I think between the 5 of us, or the 4 of them, I've done around 30 rehearsals.
Wow.
So we've
That's
had a lot of time spent together.
Yeah. And it's a talented group, right? Like
very much so.
The people that you're playing with have done their shows on their own before.
They have,
and
yeah,
they're
they
accomplished musicians in their own right.
Absolutely. 3 of them are either have a master's in music or are working towards a master's. And then another one is a fabulous composer. And yeah, it's really impressive to find around here too. I searched high and low for 2 of the musicians. So one of them is coming from Greenville, and then one is coming from Jacksonville. So it's a great group.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
I have been fortunate to be able to see Shauna's teaching abilities, not in the classroom, but at New Bern Civic Theater. So she was working at the college for 2 years, but I didn't actually meet her until
right.
a rehearsal for Funny Thing, because she's the musical director for Funny Thing that happened on the way to the Forum.
How much did you have to fix with this, guys?
There's a lot of work, yeah. No, it's okay. She's heard me. We all know where I am.
Yeah. It's a good thing he's got a comedic side, right, Shauna?
Yeah, no, it's
I'm
okay.
just picking
No, he really held his own.
No,
He's
and
doing
you're getting better, and it's a confidence thing.
It's magic.
It is
It's
not.
not confidence.
No,
Yeah.
it's work.
But yeah, so but hats off to you, having a room full of people with varying levels of skill, right? And
Right.
you can see who's got it, professionally right off the bat, and who doesn't, and being able to work with them. So
Oh, thanks. It was a lot of fun. It was a learning experience for me too.
Yeah.
So I really appreciated that opportunity.
Have you done much music theater?
Not
back
at
then?
all.
Okay.
And so
It's a different animal.
they called me the music theater virgin. It's like I really haven't had a lot of experience with musical theater, so it was really fun to be welcomed into the community for the first time.
They can be an odd group.
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, I do appreciate that side of it, because I've had other musical directors that were like, you're just not good. No,
Oh.
they didn't come right out and say it like that, but they're much more honest about it, and you were very encouraging with everybody.
Oh.
About, yeah, you're getting it.
I'm glad to hear that.
But yeah,
Try to be.
That's
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great.
good. Yay! So speaking of which,
Yay!
yay! So speaking of theater,
I'm so excited. Yeah.
so let's while we're talking about it, and we've got 2 people here at the table that are doing a show. Your last show was Friday and Saturday
Yes.
at New Bern Civic Theater.
Yeah.
So do you want to shout out the times and dates and ticket availability
Yeah, sure. So
and the title? Throw the title out there too.
it's isolated. No, it's a funny thing happened on the way to the Forum.
Okay.
Yep. So it's a musical comedy farce. So it is
Force.
a farce.
It's a force.
It's a farce to be reckoned with, is what it is. But yes, so Friday and Saturday are our last shows.
Very good.
But now I'm talking, and I see that the camera is on Megan, so I don't know if Megan maybe needs to explain this, or if I need to explain this.
Explain what?
If we've had a switcher.
Oh, no,
error.
there he
Okay.
goes.
Okay.
A
but-
switcher.
Well, I don't know. While I'm talking, you're just looking at me like, yeah, because I'm talking. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But yeah, the show is Friday, and then the last one is on Saturday. It's silly. It's been a lot of fun to do.
So I know Marie's probably watching, Marie Minster. She went this weekend, and she said it was hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, that you guys were awesome. And I did not go this past weekend, but I hope, and I know that there's still some tickets available.
There
I
are some
did
tickets.
look.
Yeah. So a couple things about the show, just so we know. So it's a Stephen Sondheim musical, which of course Shauna is very well aware of, and there's nothing terribly easy about that. It's the first one that he actually wrote. But yeah, we've got people from Walking Bathtub, so it's an improv group that we have at the theater. We've got people from Mars Aerial Studios, so they're flying through the air in their silks and their lyras, and we've got just so many different people from our community that are involved in this too. It's of the productions that I've been in, it's one of those where it's truly a representation of community theater. And it's just like funny and silly. And those are my favorite ones. But yeah, tickets are available. You can go to the website. I'm sure we've got the link up there somewhere. Did we have
a promo?
We've got a video we can show. Yeah, how about
wow,
that?
cool.
Yeah, let's take a look at what we got.
Let's see how silly Craig is.
Everybody ought to have a maid. Everybody Everybody ought to have a serving girl, a loyal and unswerving girl who's quieter than a mouse.
When I kiss him, I'll be kissing you. So kiss him morning and night. That'll show him.
Nothing for kings, nothing for crowns, something for lovers, liars, and clowns. What is the moral? Must be a moral. Here is the moral, wrong or right. Morals tomorrow. Comedy, 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 comedy. Tonight.
So yeah.
Look at you in your regal purple.
Yeah, I'm very fancy.
You fancy.
Yeah.
So I'm looking on that stage, and there's lots of familiar people.
Yes.
So not just you and Shauna. There's a lot of other Craven Community College people on that stage as well.
Well, Megan, who is also one of the friends that's performing with Shauna tomorrow, she's in the show. Who are the other Craven folks that are in there?
Did I not see Jessica?
Oh, yeah, Jess is in there. Yeah.
And other people that support the college that have been big sponsors. And so anyways, I think it's fantastic. That's exciting. And one of the things when you were talking about finding folks and you searched really hard, around here there is so much talent. You know, there's such extraordinary talent in our region, and I think it's just amazing. And I think people are getting, COVID kind of knocked it to the curb for a little while, but I think people recognize that they can go and see a show, whether it's here or a variety show or an art show or something down at Bank of the Arts for another pianist. I think Dayton Vesper's got a show coming up, if I haven't already missed it. He was a gentleman that graduated with me, but they're right here, and it saves you 2 hours drive, not go to Raleigh or Durham or whatever the case may be. So again, shop local, but also go see local talent, support them as well. So I know the great things are happening at the theater, but we also got some other stuff coming up.
We do, and I know we need to get through the calendar there.
We
do.
Let's wrap up Shauna's and make sure that people know free. We like free.
Yes.
Yay. Free.
Yeah,
and doors
are welcome too.
Dogs?
Kids, not dogs.
Did you see my face? Dogs?
No, children are welcome.
Children.
Yes.
Children are welcome.
We want kids to come in
yeah,
here.
of course.
Yeah, it's
Although-
it's about an hour long, so and there's an intermission too. So
Yeah, and so it's a good point. So if anybody is coming with a kid, right? As a parent, if you have a younger child, you may be worried about them not being into it or them disrupting in some way. So if you haven't been to Oregon before, there is space kind of in front of the entrance and down the hall if you were there for some reason you needed to kind of walk
Smooch out.
Yeah.
yeah, the back couple rows are really close to the door too. So if there is an issue, you can always slide out. So
Yeah.
So yeah, Oregon Auditorium on the New Bern campus.
And also for those that might be listening, Oranger is also very handicapped accessible. So if you've got somebody who is wheelchair bound or may have just had knee surgery and using a walker or whatever the case may be, it is very, very friendly. So please know that. And also the parking lot. We got lots of parking.
Nice parking.
So lots of nice parking, lots of well-lit parking, so no need to fret over that as well. So when do the doors open? Because I know a lot of people around here like to get here early.
6:30.
6:30.
30 minutes before.
There you go. Also, when you were talking about family friendly, great opportunity, parents, grandparents, to start working on audience etiquette, because a lot of these kids haven't had an opportunity in the last 2 years to do that. Holly's looking at me like I'm crazy. Am I crazy? No. But Shauna can attest, people and adults don't understand concert etiquette. You know, like if there's different movements, you don't clap in between them. Most people don't know that. Did you know that?
No.
Yes.
But
you
if
wait.
they do, it's okay. It's not the end of the world.
It's like
I'm
when
going to get in
somebody
trouble now.
It's like when somebody claps at church after the choir sings. It's really not appropriate, but I mean, are you going to tell somebody don't cheer them on? No.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I never know the rules.
If the conductor, in her case, she's not going to have a conductor, but if the conductor still has their hands up in movement mode,
Yeah.
you do not clap. You do not clap until their hands are down or the baton is down.
Just as a sidebar, it is interesting how audiences will, like, as a group, decide when they're going to clap and not, right? Like, even with Funny Thing, having done 2 weekends of shows, there are spots where people will clap and they will not clap. And I don't think it's because of the performance necessarily. It is just like somebody in the room is like, that's a time where we should start clapping, and then everybody's on board.
I'm
with
a
it. But if nobody
follower.
does that
Yeah.
first clap,
Yeah.
forget it.
And they're waiting.
I'm
though.
a
They're
follower.
ready
We're all waiting.
Yeah.
for that first person.
Yeah.
You clap. Yeah.
But that's the fun part about live theater, though. You just never really know.
Yeah,
Just keep going.
but to your point, so tomorrow at the concert, I may clap at the wrong time and just.
Well, you should still come. It's okay.
Okay.
I need a sign that tells me
we'll
when
get-
it's okay.
we'll
okay.
get
Like
give
at golf, like quiet, please.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll give you a cheat sheet.
I like it. Yeah.
Very good. So speaking of this weekend, it's Memorial Day weekend, and we got some other events going on in
Yep.
town, don't we?
Yeah, we do have.
Do you want to take?
We got a couple here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
you wanna take me to take one?
sure, if you want. And Sean, I don't know if you needed to get going or not, because I know we had only had you here for a few minutes. So
Thanks for
thanks
having
for
me.
coming. We really
coming.
appreciate
It's a
it.
duplicate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So today, or
Thanks.
this month, is Military Appreciation Month, and it is obviously inappropriate that we have Memorial Day weekend is this weekend, and there's a handful of fun, special Memorial Day ceremonies that will be celebrated. There's one on the 26th, which would be tomorrow. North Carolina History Center will host a special Memorial Day ceremony on Thursday, May 26th from 6 to 7 p.m. The event is open to the public and no charge. Doors will be open at 4:45. Wow. And close at 6. Remaining seats are available on a first-come, first-served basis. So the History Center, I'm assuming it's going to be in their auditorium?
Yeah, that would be my assumption. Yes.
Okay.
Well, that may not be true, actually.
Or is it going to be in the big open
Sometimes
space?
they have events out in the
Yeah,
open.
they
Yeah,
do.
it just
They do.
depends. Yeah.
Okay. So do we know it? So then it says many veterans and their families in the community will be attending the event. Unique observation of the 155-year-old tradition, recognizing service and sacrifice of local veterans, together with their families and friends, and an historical perspective. That makes our town so special. We do have a very special town that does love our veterans, does like to make sure that we don't forget about our fallen service members
And celebrate that.
and celebrate that. And a good example, if you've not been down there, the VFW 2 years ago added names to the World War I monument that's in front of our courthouse.
Okay.
And I actually got to be a part of that ceremony, and it was quite lovely. There were names of folks that were left off, and a lot of it was because of color discrimination. And so the names of local families were able to gather that together, and the local Post came through, or American Legion came through, and they added those names on it.
Oh, awesome.
And distant relatives actually came to the ceremony. It was really special.
Very
so anyway,
cool.
yes. So if you have any extra information or need any extra information on this, contact Elizabeth, and I've got a phone number.
It's up on the screen.
There you go. Fantastic. Thank you. And then we talked about the Chamber contest. You talked about the forum.
Yeah.
Tell me what's next. Number 4. You got some stuff going on.
Yeah. So downtown New Bern, working with Swiss Bear, has been working to close the streets for their game nights to try and just, this started during COVID when they were trying to let the restaurants have a little bit more outdoor seating. So I know Swiss Bear has helped purchase some larger games. I think like some giant checkers and
I saw
Jenga, maybe.
yeah, I think so.
chess. I saw chess
Okay,
out there
very
the other
cool,
day.
yeah.
Yeah.
So they're going to have those things out. So they'll close the streets down from 5 until 10:30 Friday night.
All cars have to be moved. So if you do a little shopping beforehand, make sure you got it out of there before 5.
Yeah. But it is really cool. I'm glad that this is something that we have started downtown.
Yeah.
And,
It's nice.
yeah, because I like eating outside anyway, and it's just kind of nice to see. It brings people out. I think it brings a little bit extra life to downtown too.
Yes,
So
yes.
yeah,
Very fun.
yeah.
We've also got Footloose on the Noose, or Footloose on the Loose. I thought it was on the Noose.
I think it is news.
It is on the Noose? Okay.
On the
Yeah.
news.
Yeah.
And that's going to, there we go, Footloose on the Noose. We got that one going on. The music starts with the British band 1960s. It's going to be Friday, May 27th from 6:30 to 9 at Union Point Park. Bring your lawn chair. And I think you can bring snacks and drinks, but I don't think you could have bottles. I think that was the rule before. But just check with your.
I don't know for
site.
sure, but I feel like in the past they've sold drinks down there. And
and food trucks and things
Yeah.
like that.
Mhm.
Yep, that's a great
yeah.
one.
Will you put that slide back up again real quick, Holly?
Bring your boat.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
could
park
also
your
bring your
boat.
boat. Yeah, some people do that. Yeah, I'm digging the bands that they're covering too.
Right?
Stones, the Animals, Kinks, the Who, and the Beatles. What are you making that face?
The Kinks. It's just a funny name. Hey,
Have you never
we're
heard
the
of 'em?
Monkeys.
Yeah, people say we monkey
around.
Yeah.
We're too busy
Sing.
singing. Sorry.
To let anybody down.
I'm not
Listen
singing.
to Wendy.
Yeah, look at
she
that.
pulled it off. Good job, girl.
That's the last.
and she stayed in key.
Yes, I need Shauna to come back here and keep me in key.
That's awesome. Okay, so then we got some more Memorial Day ceremonies down. The Craven County Veteran Council will host a Memorial Day ceremony on Monday, May 30th at 11 a.m. until noon, and this is at the Newbern National Cemetery. I saw in the news that the Trent Woods Garden Club is also have a new Blue Star Memorial plaque. Did you guys see that on the news?
No.
I saw it on Channel 12. So they paid for the Blue Star, which is, again, it's another memorial. Beautiful, like you see on those DOT signs, the big heavy steel ones, and it's got the big beautiful blue star in the middle. So go out there. If you've not been out to our Veterans Cemetery, it's quite beautiful. So, of course, everybody will have the flags. But have you ever seen it when they put all the wreaths out? The wreaths across America?
Yes,
so
and
pretty.
And when Fenton was in the Cub Scouts, we went out there and he
Yep,
put the
did
flags
this.
out.
Yep.
That's awesome. I also know that I think, this event, that one will also be rain or shine. Also downtown, and I don't know what day, but I know that they will be passing out poppies, and I'm assuming it's probably going to be on Monday, but don't assume. Just go and look for it. They'll be passing out the poppies, which again in memorial or memory of for those that have fallen, and little poppy flowers, I should say. And that will be the American Legion post that's local, as well as some area businesses will be joining. So I know they're going to be on like the corner of Pollock and Middle Street, kind of taking care of that. So maybe it's Friday night when they close the streets. I'm not sure. But it sounds to me like we just need to be downtown this weekend.
Yeah, there's a lot going on for
Yeah,
sure.
between Thursday to Monday. And then we've got a concert, and we're going to let you take it, Wendy, because Craig and I mess up this title every time.
So we have John Brown's Little Big Band coming up on the 3rd. There we go. June 3rd in Oranger Auditorium. It's $25 for adults, $12 for students. If you want more information, just visit Craven Community College's website. I said before the show, I think we've said this before, but they reminded me that this was canceled due to weather, rescheduled. So
Yes.
this is was originally scheduled during a bad weather day. So this is a reschedule. So we encourage you to get out and come see John Brown's Little Big Band as they do their performance.
Yay!
Yay!
Poppies are going to be Saturday. 12 to 8 was I right on what street? Middle and Broad Street?
Oh yeah, awesome.
All right.
Haven't
Pollock,
seen those
I'm
in
sorry.
a while. Used to go to stores and they
Pollock
would
and
pass
Middle.
them out at the storefronts, but haven't seen those in years.
Yeah. So a friend of mine and also a friend of Craven, because she's also one of my instructors, is Liz Hartman, and she is going to be heading this up. Was just recently reelected as, I'm going to say chairman, commissioner, whatever. It's the top person in the American Legion here locally. She's a Marine veteran herself. Her husband's still active duty. So she's, again, coordinating this process. So anyway, I was just make sure that we plug that.
Yeah, for sure.
So. And we just want like you said in the very beginning, we want you to be responsible. We want everybody to be safe. I'm sure our sheriff will put up a notice and say, please drive carefully, right? You know, because this is one of those long weekends and like 4th of July that tend to be a lot of accidents. So please, please be careful.
Yeah.
Be kind to each other.
Family parties and
Yes.
Yes.
cookouts and gathering and boats and all kinds of stuff.
Holly,
So-
was there anything else on the list? We got it? That's everything going on. Look at that.
Do you have any plans other than you're going to be on stage? Friday and Saturday.
So Friday and Saturday I've got the show, and then Sunday I'm actually going to stay with some friends who they've got a farm out in Vanceboro, and we go out there and we just kind of hang out.
That sounds like fun.
It is, yeah. It is a lot of fun. I've been friends with them since when I lived on Ocracoke, 20 some years ago.
Were they
And
part of your Huggums friends?
They were, yeah. They absolutely are. And so now their kids are friends with our kids, and so they all get to play together. We all, we travel together, do
Do you have
things together.
goats?
They do have goats.
That sounds so
Nice.
They have goats and
We
lots
might
of
have
chickens.
we need to
and-
do a remote. I
and
want
a, and a
goats.
really big dog named Taco.
Taco.
Yeah, Taco is a very big dog. I'll send you pictures of Taco.
Oh, I'm
yeah.
excited. I want to see her about Taco.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm very excited about that. So that I'll be just kind of chilling out on the farm with friends. Yeah.
Fantastic. Wendy, do you have any plans?
Not really, just hanging out at the barn, and then possibly a boat ride.
Yeah.
Maybe on Sunday, maybe Monday. But yeah, what about you? Got any plans?
I'm actually leaving the zip code for 2 days. So
Nice.
I have a wedding that I'm singing for up in Virginia. So
Okay.
Gary and I are heading up there. Kind of neat. It's my cousin's daughter, and I sang for her. I sang for the parents. I sang for my cousin and her husbands when I was in
Aw.
college, and she was expecting her daughter at my wedding. So it's just kind of neat how it's kind
Yeah.
of come all full
All
circle.
together.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Nice to
Awesome.
be asked. So, just a reminder to everybody: college campus is closed on Monday for
Yes.
Memorial Day, but back in business full swing Tuesday.
Yes.
We still have late registration for summer school.
We're still registering for summer classes. The first term began on Monday, but there'll be a flex term beginning in 3 or 4 weeks as well.
We
so.
still have HERF money, so please, if you're concerned about money, please come and talk to one of our financial advisors. Not an issue.
Yep.
It shouldn't be an issue.
If you have an event that you want us to mention or feature on future shows, please visit our page. You can either contact us on Facebook, or we've also got a form on our website, cravencc.edu/inthe-know.
Or if you'd like to be a guest, we'd
Or
love
if you'd
to
like
have
to be a
you.
guest, also
Yeah.
have a form on that page too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
Exciting. I didn't know you had that form. I got to go and check it out.
Yeah, check it out.
Check it
She's
out.
going to register to be a guest. Can I be a guest?
Woohoo!
It's
okay.
magic.
It's no. Okay, I'll go with it. Now, anything else?
No, I don't think so.
That's
Awesome.
it.
Well, I just want to tell everybody we will be back next Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday, June 3rd, I think. I think it's the 3rd, isn't it?
I don't know. I thought it was the first.
It's the 3rd.
Third.
Yay, it's the 3rd. So anyway,
So I clapped on my own.
we will see you next week. So stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy, and have a wonderful Memorial Day. Take care. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.